You know that feeling when you wake up exhausted after a long night's restless sleep? On top of that, your mood is off, your focus is low, and you can't explain why. Well, most people blame it all on stress, computer screens, or even maybe a bad mattress. But there's one thing far more reaching than all these things put together. It's not all in your head, my friend, may be caused from something much farther down, inside your gut.
Ah! They're here! They're everywhere! Don't you see them? They've infiltrated everything!
But before I dive into today's topic, I want you to know if you stick with me till the end of this video, well, I'm going to give you a free gut health quiz and tips on how to fix your gut without medications or unnecessary surgery. But don't miss out on that. Well, let me begin by saying researchers have found that gut bacteria, the millions of little critters that are swimming around inside your large intestines, well, they have their own sleep patterns. And here's why that matters when it comes to insomnia, poor sleep. You see, your gut bacteria living inside there, they produce sleep chemicals that determine whether you wake up refreshed after that good night's sleep, or you're exhausted from a restless night's sleep. It all depends on the type of bacteria that's living inside your gut. If you have too many of the bad guys living there, well, you're not going to get a good night's sleep until you get rid of them. But the good news is, on this video, I'm going to tell you how to fix that, and then I'm going to let you know what you can do safely, naturally, tonight to reset your gut bacteria and the rhythm of your sleep. Scientists call this the circadian rhythm. Now, here's what happened. You see, when you fall asleep, the millions of bacteria inside your gut, well, they're working silently. They break down food, they repair your gut lining, they reduce inflammation, and they also help to produce hormones like serotonin and melatonin. Well, those are the same chemicals your brain uses to control your mood and your sleep patterns. Now, listen carefully. A whopping 90% of your body's serotonin levels, well, that's your body's feel-good hormone, well, it's made inside your gut. But when the gut is inflamed or it's out of balance, and you've got too many bad bacteria living up inside your gut, and not enough of those good guys, well, the serotonin levels, they drop, and the melatonin levels, that's the body's sleep regulating hormone, well, it also drops. Well, the bottom line is your sleep becomes restless, it's interrupted, and you're going to be tired and run down and crabby all day long. Now, both you and your doctor may not think about this, but insomnia, the real underlying cause is that your gut bacteria are out of balance. And your gut has probably been trying to get your attention for years, but you've been covering it up with medications. And then you try to cover up your sleep problems with different pillows and mattresses and more medications and other types of band-aids to try to help you to get a good night's sleep. But here's the real truth. People with an imbalance in their gut bacteria, we call this dysbiosis, they end up with restless sleep, nightmares, and they wake up frequently at night and they feel tired even after they get maybe an 8 hours night of sleep. See, poor digestion at night also raises your cortisol levels. That's what's a stress hormone, and that's why you might be waking up around 2 or 3 a.m. in the morning with what we call middle of the night anxiety. And your doctor can't figure out what's causing it. And of course, what's your doctor going to do? Well, they're going to prescribe more pills. Maybe this time they're going to tell you need some pills for anxiety. Well, the pill popping never ends. And here's another big problem. When you eat too late at night, well, your gut has to stay awake trying to digest that food. And at the same time, you're trying to fall asleep. Doesn't make any sense. And instead of doing its normal job of repairing your cells and restoring your brain and healing your body at night, your body's confused and it's busy digesting food instead of trying to sleep. Now, to make matters even worse, your body delays the release of the hormone melatonin. Remember, I talked about the sleep hormone, and that throws off your natural sleep rhythms even more. And functional medicine doctors like myself, well, we see this all the time. The people think they have a sleep disorder, but the real problem is going down inside of your gut. Now, the sleep-gut connection goes even deeper than that. Your gut bacteria create tiny compounds called postbiotics that communicate with your brain all the time. And these compounds, they improve mood, they reduce inflammation, and they calm your nervous system. But that's not the only thing that happens. When your gut bacteria out of balance, Toxic compounds send out stress signals to the rest of your body, but a calm gut sends out calm signals. And that's why anxiety and depression get even worse when you have poor gut health. And all along, the problem is not in your head, it's in your gut. And the connection between the gut and your brain, well, we call that the gut brain axis. Okay, so let's talk about some simple, safe, natural things you can do to support your gut so you can start sleeping better tonight. Number one, stop eating at least 3 to 4 hours before you go to bed. This will give your gut time to finish digesting your food so your body can shift into its repair and healing system. The people who follow this simple rule, well, they notice that they have much deeper sleep, fewer nighttime wake ups, and more energy the next day. Now, number two, support your gut bacteria with prebiotic and probiotic foods. See, if you eat a variety of fermented foods like sauerkraut and kimchi and kefir and unsweetened dairy-free yogurt, these foods are going to help to produce what we call the serotonin. That's the feel-good hormone. And if you eat high-fiber foods like fresh fruits and vegetables and whole grains and beans and legumes and raw nuts and seeds, all the foods that nature wants you to eat, well, all those foods are going to give your body the fuel to create these short-chain fatty acids, the compounds that lower inflammation and send healthy information to your brain, making it easier to fall asleep and to be able to have a restful sleep. Now, number three, limit the blue light exposure after 9 p.m. See, blue light, it not only comes from the sun, it also comes from artificial sources like computer screens and cell phones and TVs. And blue light doesn't just confuse your brain, it confuses your gut too. You see, the gut bacteria, they read light through the nervous system. And when you look at TV screens at night, both your brain and your gut thinks it's daytime. And so it shuts down the production of your sleep hormone, melatonin. Now, another essential ingredient for a good night's sleep is magnesium. This important mineral relaxes the muscles, calms the nervous system, and it supports healthy bowel movements so digestion runs smoothly, and it's also going to help your sleep. Many people who struggle with nighttime anxiety or restless sleep are deficient in magnesium, and their doctor and they themselves don't have a clue that that's the problem. Now, here's another thing. If you keep waking up at 2 or 3 a.m. routinely, this is probably a red flag that you're dealing with blood sugar problems caused by poor gut health or late night snacking. A quick and easy solution is to eat a high fiber dinner 3 to 4 hours before you go to bed. And that'll keep your gut bacteria happy and it'll stabilize your blood sugar so you can finally have a restful sleep. Now, let me share this with you because I can almost guarantee your doctor's not going to. Poor sleep damages your gut. And when you don't sleep well, the lining of your gut weakens and it increases the risk for forming what we call the leaky gut. And that increases inflammation and gut bacteria become even more imbalanced. It's a two-way street, and gut health affects your sleep and sleep affects your gut. And that's why fixing one without fixing the other, you're never going to be able to feel well. It fails to get you well. But the good news is that your gut heals quickly. Within just a few short days after changing these habits, your microbiome will start getting back into balance. And within a few weeks, well, you'll feel calmer. Your brain fog will disappear. You'll be able to think more clearly and you'll digest your food better. And most importantly, you're going to sleep like a baby. And when the gut is balanced, your mood stabilizes. You worry less. You wake up refreshed and happier. You feel more grounded even on stressful days. It's one of the most powerful, life-changing things that thousands of my patients have experienced, and it all starts with restoring the relationship between the gut and your brain and your sleep patterns. Now, if you want to improve your mood, your energy, your sleep, your digestion, your immune system, you need to support the health of your gut microbiome, the bacteria living inside your gut. They're not separate systems. They're all interconnected into a network that makes a difference in how you look and feel every single day. And my friend, as always, if you want more natural drug-free healing tips and you like this video, subscribe to my channel and turn on notifications and tell your family and friends about us. And if you'd like, join my Gut 911 prescription community. There's a link below. You'll be able to find that you can get that so that you can learn how to become independently healthy. And like I promised in the beginning, there's a link in the description to get a free gut health quiz so you can find out what the underlying causes of your gut health problems are. And I'm going to give you suggestions on how to fix it. So until next time, so you can say goodbye to illness and hello to wellness, stick with us. Take care for now.